students, the question for today is the table variables are in-memory structures, not like temporary tables. Is that true? And how can you justify it? So firstly, it is a wrong assumption, and both table variables and temp tables are stored in temp DB. So we're going to prove it by using this DME, that's sys.dm underscore db underscore session space usage. And here is the query that we would be using with our example. So firstly, we will have to restart our SQL server, run this particular select statement that's going to give us the session ID, database ID, and the user object allocation page count. So this is the particular column that we are interested in, which shows us the number of pages reserved or allocated for user object by this session. So so we are going to create a simple temporary table and insert some test data and find out what the user object allocation page count would be, and then again create a table variable and insert a row in it and see what the user objects allocation page count is going to be. So I have a script here for creating a temp table, running this particular select statement with the DMV, and then creating a table variable, and then again going back to check if the page count increased or decreased. So I'm going to switch to my SSMS right now. Here in a second. Okay, so first I'm going to restart my SQL server. I'm going to close this window that I had earlier. Yeah, I restarted, so it's going to, did it ask me a question? Yes, it did. So I'm going to say yes. Now I should be good. Let's refresh it. We have our SQL server refreshed. Then go to new query. Select your temp DB, and then first thing we're going to check what the page count is going to be even before we start doing anything on this. Here we are in the session 55 and there's nothing. The user objects allocation page count is 0. Now I'm going to take the script for the create temp table here and run it. Say execute, one row affected, that's good. Going to run our DMV and check for the user objects allocation page count, and here we go. Session ID 55, database ID 2, and the user objects allocation page count is 8. So that's good. So now we know that the temp table is using the temp DB. Now if we create the table variable here in the next tab, execute it, be good. Again, copy the DMV select statement and run it. We see that it changed or increased to 16. You see the session ID is 55, that's my SPID here, and the database ID 2, and the user objects allocation page count is 16. So from this we can say that both table variable and the temp table use the temp DB, right? So that justifies that table variables are not in memory structures and they do use temp DB similar to the temporary tables. Hope that's clear. Have a great day.